landed in Canada, I had to start everything from the scratch. They don't take a lot of international students. UK and US, these two countries are very expensive for international students. They teach you international politics, Canadian politics. It's actually a 1 to 2 years master's course. You can do it in 1 year. Like program is a bit different. It's not like other technical course. It's not a technical course. It's more of a practical course.
What is the probability of finding a full-time job?
100%.
Hi guys, welcome to College Dunya Study Abroad. This is Varun, and today we have Satish with us. Satish has pursued political management course at Carleton University, Canada. Hi Satish.
Hi Varun. How are you doing?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
So Satish, can you introduce yourself and talk a bit about your background for our viewers?
My journey started from India all the way to Canada. Basically, I did my bachelor's in electrical and electronics engineering. So I was basically an electrical engineer. So I finished my electrical and electronics engineering in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, at PSG College of Technology. Then after finishing my electrical engineering, I worked with two electrical companies. So one is Schneider Electric, then other company is Havels India Limited. Then at some point of time, I always had some aspirations in the political science side. So I got a chance to work for politics in India. Like I got a chance to work for Andhra Pradesh elections with Prashant Kishore.
Okay.
Indian Political Action Committee. So I worked with Prashant Kishore for Andhra Pradesh elections. So I was in the Padayatra squad. Like maybe if you have read about how Jagan Mohan Reddy campaigns, and like we were doing some campaigns. The IPAC was doing some campaigns. So as a part of Padayatra campaign, and I was there in the Andhra Pradesh election for some time. Then I worked in Tamil Nadu elections also. I worked for AADMK in Tamil Nadu. So I worked with I worked in two election campaigns. So Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. As you know, like I always wanted to do some studies in political science. So because anyway, my career shifted from electrical marketing to political marketing. It's not that I didn't like electrical marketing, but I wanted to explore the political marketing side. So I shifted my career from there to here into the political side. Then I always wanted to do higher studies for a very long time. Then I thought, okay, like why not abroad? Like let's try abroad, like because I wanted to have some international exposure also. So these are some of the reasons which pushed me to try for the international colleges. So basically, like I was into politics, I was into the election campaigns, like political science, political marketing, polling, then the political research, all these things. So I started looking for colleges like which are good in political science, like which has good courses for political science. Then I was searching in UK, I was searching in USA. Then these are the first two priorities for most of the people. But again, like these two countries are very expensive for international students. Then I was looking for other options also. That time, one of my friend, he recommended this a particular college, like Carleton, and this particular course. Like he had some information about this course. Then I started researching more about that. So basically, to study political science, like this college had a lot of advantage because this college is in the capital of Canada, like that is Ottawa.
Okay.
It is close to the Parliament, and
so it's a perfect location.
Yeah. So this particular course is made for political staffers like me, like who work in the political sector.
That's wonderful. That's really nice. So that's how you ended up right now in Canada, working for the Parliament now. That's really nice. So, Satish, like, which all universities did you apply for when you were planning for your masters?
So very simple. I applied for two universities. So even I was very particular about this particular course, this particular university.
And you got it.
But thing is, like, it's not that like I was trying so many things, like so many colleges. Like I was trying for I have decided, okay, this is the particular college I'm planning to go. I was particularly interested about the course because this was exactly what I was looking for. Like I wanted a course which is good for political staffers like me, like who work in the political sector. Like so, whatever I wanted, this course curriculum had those kind of things. So so I was focusing on this particular course, this particular college. Like I applied in 2018. I applied. So first year I couldn't get. That was the time I started my profession in political science. Like I started my profession in political campaigning, all those things. First year I didn't go through. Then I actually like I waited for one more year. I was building my SOP. I was building my IELTS score. I was building my whole profile in the political science. Like then after finishing Andhra Pradesh elections, like it was a successful campaign. Like it was so it worked very well. So the Jagannath Reddy became the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh also. Like it worked very well. Then after building my experience, after building my SOP, like it helps. Like obviously our success rate builds our SOP, right? After building that success rate, then I understood. Okay, like now my SOP looks strong. I applied again for college and I got.
So well, you answered two of my questions. One is about how did you manage your SOP, and the other one was like why this university. And it did answer, like, so over the period with your experiences, what you put it on SOP, right? Like that's what helped you get this seat in the college, I guess. That's nice. So Satish, like, did you give any exams like GRE, IELTS or TOEFL exams while you're applying for your masters?
Yeah, obviously IELTS is mandatory for all the international students, for all.
Okay.
IELTS is mandatory. I gave IELTS, so I got 7 for the first time, 7.5 in the second time.
Did they have any criteria, like a band limit or something? I mean, like minimum band or something?
Their criteria was, I think it was 7. Overall band was 7. It was the minimum criteria, and 6.5 in each
section. Yeah. Got it.
So that's the criteria. Like overall, it should be 7, and minimum 6.5 should be there in each criteria.
Okay. And talking about the LRs, so did you have professional or academic LRs? Like how many of them each?
Okay, LR means
a letter of recommendations. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Letter of recommendations. There were 2. Like so, I had to submit 2 letter of recommendations. So I took one from my bachelors. So my head of the department, like so one academic recommendation I took, one professional recommendation I took, like where I was working.
Okay, that's nice. So just 2 LRs were sufficient, right?
Yeah, 2 LORs sufficient. Like most of the colleges, they will ask for 2 LOR. So it is always better to give a mix of LOR, like one from the academic side, one from.
So let's talk about the course structure. Can you explain a bit about like course structure, like what is political management exactly?
So this particular course is made for political staffers. Like as I already said, like it is only for the political staffers. Even all the students who are studying with me, like who studied with me, like all are working in some form of political science, like some form of the government or different political parties. Like everyone is totally into political science. Like are like crazy about politics. Like they have decided their future is going to be politics. Like so that is the kind of badge they take. So that's what we write in the SOP also. Like why we like politics, like why we want to be in the political side. Like so this course, like what it has is they teach you international politics, Canadian politics. So concepts like political marketing, political campaigning, advocacy, then even policy analysis, public policy analysis, then strategic communications. So how do we communicate? It can be writing, the speech writing skills for the politician.
So how long is this course? It's really, it sounds like a really lengthy course. Like how long is the course actually?
This is a 1-year course.
And how many credits?
See, it's actually a 1 to 2 years master's course. So you can do it in 1 year. Like if you study extensively, like if you put the maximum effort, like you can do it in 1 year. So this is a 1-year master's I did. Like I finished it in 1 year. So this again, it's not like like it's a highly theoretical course. Like it's not like that. Like it's a kind of practical course. So you will study a lot of theoretical things and you will have a lot of practical experience. Like this particular course, like every day, like you will see some guest lectures from some big politician. Like one day, like like here we call it as premier. So like in India we call it as chief minister. Like every day, like some politicians, like former chief minister would come, like former premiers would come, like former ministers would come. Even the current government officials, like the ministers, all those people, like every day, like some people will come as guest lecture for you.
Wow.
So every day, like
That's
you interact with multiple politicians, Canadian politicians, and you take practical experience from them. That's how the course is designed, and it has.
that's really interesting. Like you can actually network a lot during this course, I guess. So, what is the fee structure of the course?
Fee structure is more or less it's similar to other international programs. My fee structure was it was 10,000 Canadian dollars for every term. So I finished the course in 3 terms as a full-time student. So
Okay.
you can imagine, like, so it is it's 10,000.
30,000.
It's 30,000. So
Okay.
it's around 10,500, I think. Like, so totally, approximately it is 30,000, and I got a scholarship of 10,000. So
Okay.
10 Canadian dollars. So yeah, total expense was $20,000.
So, may I know the scholarship? Like, is it like a first come first serve or like a merit based scholarship? Like, how did you get your scholarship?
When they gave the when they gave the offer letter for the admission offer itself, like they gave, like, our program has a particular scholarship called Riddle Award. So they initially only, like, while giving the admission offer only, they offered me, like, there is a scholarship of $10,000. You will be getting it, like it will be divided into 3, like every term.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So
Got it. So it is like mostly merit based, if I'm not wrong. That's how I guess. Okay, that's nice. So, how are the teaching assistantships or research assistantship opportunities at the university?
Okay, so this program is a bit different. It's not like other technical course. It's not a technical course. It's more of a practical course.
Okay.
So there is nothing like, okay, teaching assistant, all those things. But this program has a lot of practical components. So it has a mandatory co-op. So you have to finish a co-op for 4 months. You have to work in the political sector for 4 months. Like, it's mandatory for this course. So that's how I got into this job also. I had to do co-op for 4 months to finish my master's. Then basically, as you said, like it's about networking, right? It's not like,
Yes.
okay. It's not like, okay, like some software companies there, like they will come and interview you, like you show your software skills. It's not like that. It's more about networking. It's about your interest in politics.
Okay.
So I did my co-op with one of the member of parliament for Nepean. His name is Chandra Arya. So he's from Indian origin, but he's a Canadian MP. Like, he's settled here.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a Canadian, and he's a Canadian MP also. Like, so I built a good rapport with him. Like, I was having good communication with him. Then he offered me this co-op to.
Okay.
Then
That's nice.
Working.
That's really interesting. So the networking got you the job.
Yeah. He's a very good member of parliament. So he helps a lot of Indo-Canadian students. So
That's nice.
He's one of the major reasons. He also thought, okay, like some Indian student is coming to Canada and studying political science, like, so that also helped.
Got it. So apart from this job, did you work any part-time during your university, apart from this co-op?
Yes, I worked part-time for some time. So basically, like, okay, like the course fee is $20,000. Then there is a cost of living also.
Yes.
But you can manage with your part-time. So most of the people, like,
so what did you work like?
Sometime I worked in Walmart. Sometime I worked in there is a Costco. Like, I worked.
Okay.
It's a sales and marketing job. Like, I worked in these 2 places for 4 months and 2 months. Then by the time I got my co-op, so co-op started.
That was perfect then. So what were you earning during your time at Walmart and Costco?
They offer minimum pay. So all the students.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's the minimum pay there?
So when I was working, the minimum pay was $15 per hour.
Okay, I think that's a decent enough pay. Like, at least you can pull off your pay to like bills and all, monthly bills.
We can manage. See, the cost of living. If we do part-time, we can manage the cost of living. At the same time, like, you should not overdo it. So if you overdo the part-time jobs, like, your focus on your studies will get spoiled. So this is what I see most of the students who come here. So a lot of people, when I was studying, we had a 20-hour limitation. Like you can work only 20 hours a week.
Yes.
Now the government removed that limitation because they wanted to create an equal platform for international students and Canadian students. Like it was like international students, they can work only 20 hours and Canadian students can work anytime like they want. So now they said like, okay, like we are removing this 20 hours limit. So now international students also, they can work as many hours they want. But I would say like 20 hours is good, like because you have to focus on if you're a full-time student, you have to focus on your studies. You are paying a lot of money, you are investing a lot of money there. So
totally agreed.
You have to balance both. But yes, your cost of living, it can be managed with your 20 hours of part-time job.
That's good to hear. So Satish, what are the future prospects of this course and how the university helps in finding the job?
Yes, university, as I said, so the university creates a lot of opportunities for sure, because I told you, right, like the kind of guest lectures they announce, the kind of companies who come and give guest lectures, like all those networking opportunities will be there. Beyond that, like even you have to approach, because I was living in an area called Nepean, then I was obviously, as I'm interested in politics, so I approached a member of parliaments here. I tried to build communication with them because I want to do something in Canadian politics also. Like, so I've come to Canada as a new international student, and I want to build my profession here. Like, so all those things I will also be doing. So this course, thing is, they don't take a lot of international students. They take very limited international students. Even I had to try for 2 years continuously to get into this course. So when I was studying, in my whole class of around 54 students, and there were only 2 international students. Like, even the other student, had a PR. So technically,
you are the only international. So how was that experience? How was that experience? Like, was it too overwhelming or was it too good? Or like, what would you say?
It was good. It was good because I was getting some special treatment as I was the only international student. Like, yes, like initially, like I was a bit struggling because like I have come to a new country. Like I have to adapt.
You have to adjust.
Then I have to study politics of a different country, because most of the terms they talk, like even see, I would explain this way, like. Even the terms, like, see, in India we call it as chief minister, here they call it as premier. In India we call it as assembly constituency, here they call it as riding. So these kind of terms only, like it took 1 or 2 months to understand. Okay, this is the same thing. Like India we call it as manifesto, here they call it as platform. So all these terms only, like the way they talk, like the terminology, all these things, it took a couple of months to understand for me. Then like after 2-3 months, like I was also picking up professors. Yes, they helped me a lot. They understood all these things. So they always took special care of me. Like even I was
nice.
All the hard work to understand Canadian politics, to learn something new, and they were very helpful. Even my the classmates, they were also very helping. Okay, like he came all the way from India to study Canadian
That's
politics.
Great, actually. That's really nice of them. And in coming to the future prospects, like how's the job scope? Like what kind of jobs? Like give me like 2-3 examples. Like what kind of roles they get into general after doing political management.
In India, this particular field is growing. So this political consultancy, like I think you would have seen a lot also. Like the way Prashant Kishore has grown, like the number of new political consultancies are coming. Like Sunil Kanagoli also doing, and a lot of new political consultancies are coming. And today I see, like in India, like almost every political party, every decent political party, they have a consultancy, like a third party consultancy, like who support them with a lot of things, like campaigns, policies, even the writing, speeches, like so many things. Like they always take support. Nowadays, like it is in India, this field is growing a lot. Canada, the structure is a bit different. So here also, like you have a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of advocacy firms. Like there are people who do political campaigns, political marketing, and even the job opportunities. I would say, like if you are ready to study Canadian politics, like yes, there are a lot of job opportunities.
What
here.
is the probability, you would say, like after you graduate, what is the probability of finding a full-time job?
100%, I would say. Like if
That's really nice.
See, the reason is if the program is taking you, okay, like this particular program, as I already said, like this program is specially designed for political staffers. Like they will take you only if they feel like, okay, this guy is totally into political science. Like if they really feel like, okay, this guy is a good fit for a political staffer. Like if they see that in your SOP, then only they will take you.
Okay,
if you are going to the program, yes, if you're ready to study, like if you are ready to put all the effort, you'll surely get a job. Like as I got it, like you'll also get a job. So it's not
that's really nice.
Yeah.
So once if you're getting an admit, that means you are more than qualified to get a job. That's what you mean, I guess.
This particular program is designed like
for the program. Yeah, exactly. Like I think they see the potential and then only they give admit. That's what you mean.
Yeah. So I told you, right? They generally don't take international students. Like I would say, like this program was started in Carleton 15 years back, almost 2009 or 2008 they started. In this whole 15 years, I would say like they have taken only some 4 or 5 international students maximum. Like they take students very rarely. Even I had an interview with the college professors like this over online. Like I was sitting in India. I was sitting in Tamil Nadu election campaign, and I was taking the interview from my laptop. This is the same laptop I took. So the main question they ask is, yes, are you ready to study? Are you really interested in studying Canadian politics? So that is the first question they ask. Yes, they teach some international politics, all those things. So yes, you come up with the baggage of experience, political experience, like political campaigning, all those things. Like yes, they see that and see like, okay, like this guy has a good profile of political staffer. They see all those things. Then they ensure, okay, are you really interested in?
So there is a thorough screening, I guess, based on what you're telling. That's nice. So I think that would help the student as well. He can be more confident. And coming to the salaries, like what do you think the average salaries that a student can expect once he gets a job?
See, you have to start from scratch. So
what is the average that he can think of? Let's say he's a new no experienced guy and he's starting his career, and what is the average salary he can expect?
When you land into a new country, you have to learn a lot of things. Like so it's okay. Like I had a experience of 6-7 years in India, like in electrical marketing also, then political marketing, political campaigning, all those things also. But still, when I landed in Canada, I had to start everything from the scratch. Okay, Canadian politics. Okay, here the structure is different, population is less. This is the way Parliament is. This is the way assembly. So these kind of things, these kind of differences, it will take some time to learn. Even the political structure itself, like the kind of things which are important in India, like the kind of things which are important in Canada, like it differs a bit. So all this defining will happen over a period of time. So basically, like we have to start from the scratch again, learn everything and grow. So starting, yes, you can expect like $25 per hour. Like here, it's hourly wage. Like basically, you can start at 50,000 Canadian dollars per year. So that's nice. You can start like if you are coming as an international student, like, but if you're a Canadian, like you will have a different scale.
Understood.
Like, you will have a lot of privilege as a Canadian.
Since we are considered freshers, we start from the basic pay. That's what you mean, I guess.
Because one more thing is your immigration steps. Even for this particular job, I had to go through a lot of screening, like in and out. This is a Parliament House of Commons job. So I work as an assistant to the MP, but for that also, like we had to go through a lot of screening, like very extensive.
Yes.
So they check each and everything, like the police certificate, like any crime records, like each and everything. Like there was a
background check, I guess, like perfect background check.
1.5 hours interview to offer me this job. Like it was not a job interview. Like job interview.
I understood.
After all the job interview.
Personal interview. It's a personal interview.
Yeah.
That's nice. So when it comes to working, like is it like you work to the parliaments and the parties alone, or like that you get to work for something else as well?
See, yes, we work as a political science graduate. I involve in a lot of things. Like I involve in campaigning. Like whenever some election comes, like I go and volunteer for a candidate here. All those things I do. So this job, I work as an assistant to a member of parliament. So
No, I mean, my question, I think you didn't get my question. So, my question is like when someone graduates from your course at Carleton, uh, what other kinds of roles they get into? Is it just to strictly towards parliament and the political parties and politics, or like is it wide enough? I just
no,
wanted to
no,
know
no,
that.
no. It's very wide. It's very wide. It's not only the government side. It is not only the MP side. It's very wide. So as I said,
Okay.
like, so most of my classmates, they work in different fields. Like some people, like they work for ministers. Some people work for MPs. Some people work for advocacy firms, like the
Okay.
NGOs, the NGOs.
Yes.
Some
Yeah,
people,
that's exactly. You got my point. Yeah.
there are
You
some
can go
people
ahead.
who are running their own NGOs.
Yeah.
So there are some people like who are like full-time politicians. Like one of my
Yeah.
classmates
I
was
think
in
there are
member of
ample opportunities. I think there are like very ample of opportunities. Like it's widespread, I guess. So, coming to you, like, what was your first impression on reaching Canada, like, and your university? Like, how was it like?
Okay, I landed here at the end of COVID, like at the end of pandemic. Uh,
Okay,
Initially, there were difficulties because I had to start things online. So basically, like I started from India itself. Like I started the course online. So September 6th, 2021, my course started. I was still in India because I was still waiting for my study visa to come to my hand. Like I sent
okay,
the stamping. I was waiting for the visa, and yeah, I got the visa by September 10, and like immediately the direct flights were opened. September, there was a snap election going on in Canada that time. Like so, after the election, the direct flight started from India to Canada. Like then I took the direct flight and came here on October 18th. So first 1.5 months I took the course online. Then
okay,
November, some in-person classes started. So the half-term course in-person classes started. Some classes started. So basically, like the 90% of my first term went online. So those difficulties were also there. But
okay.
being here, like the professors were so good. Like I was able to meet them over Zoom, all these things also. Like some professors I met directly also. Then from January, like everything was in person. Like all the courses, like our department, they have decided, okay, this course is for, it's more of practical experience, right? So they decided like everything will be in person from January. So
Okay.
in January everything was in person. Then so that was my winter term. Summer term, like I had some courses and the co-op.
Yeah,
So I had to do both.
yeah, got it. So like, how's the Indian I mean, like you mentioned that in your university, particularly in your course, it's no Indians, like barely one, or like you alone are from the international, like from India. But generally, how's the Indian community in the university and like how diverse it is?
Okay. So I was the only international student, but I don't say like okay, like I was the only Indian in my class. So there were two
Okay.
more people. So they were there are Indo-Canadians. So but they are Canadians. So basically, like
Okay.
they are born and brought up here. Like
Yes, yes. They're second generation Canadian, first generation Canadians or something like that.
Indo-Canadians are there, but as I said, like they know Canadian politics because they're born and
Okay.
brought up. Like they know everything about
Yes.
Canadian politics, so they know all those things. Uh, but yes, international students, yes, you have to struggle a bit to understand Canadian politics first. Then once you pick up like
No, my question is like, how is the Indian community back at your university? Like how many Indians are there? Like, or what? Do you have any student associations or any like? How is the group of Indians? Like, do you have more Indian friends or something like that?
Indian international students are there in Carleton University. Like they mostly take engineering. Uh, I know some
Yes,
friends.
yes.
Yeah, I know some friends in civil engineering, and yeah, there are some software courses also. Like some people study software information technology courses also. Uh,
Okay.
some
So there
people,
are many Indians.
yeah, there are many Indian students. So Carleton takes a lot of international students. I didn't say like okay, Carleton don't take international students,
No,
but
no, no. I got your point. Like for your course, it is it focuses especially on Canadians, and if it has to take international, it has to be kind of exceptional. That's what you mean. I got that point.
The Indo-Canadian community is growing here.
Okay.
So in Ottawa city also, in overall Canada also, Indo-Canadian community is growing, and a lot of international students are coming, and a lot of Indo-Canadians are coming. And,
That's nice.
Canada.
So let's talk about the living situation. Did you live near to the campus or like far from the campus of Carleton?
I was living pretty close to the university, like around 7-8 kilometers. It is still fine because
Okay.
I had a direct bus from my room to the university.
Okay,
so
that's nice.
that was my major criteria, because when I was looking for a room, like I was thinking, okay, like this is my first criteria, because every day like I have to go to my school in bus, because it took some time for me to get the driving license here and get the car here. So that was my first criteria. Like first few months you have to manage with the bus transit, all these things. So yeah, it was 7-8 kilometers.
That's nice. That's pretty nearby. Okay, so you used to travel by that direct bus.
Yeah.
Okay, and like, what was your living situation like? What was the accommodation like? Is it shared or a private room?
My accommodation was private room. Yes, like a lot of people take shared room, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not very comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I took a small private room. I always like private spaces, and I was paying $500 for the room.
Okay, the rent was $500, and did it include the utilities or excluding the utilities?
No, it is excluding it.
Okay, and what other expenses do you generally have? Like, what was the grocery expense like every month?
The grocery expense, okay. If you're as a bachelor, I would say the grocery expense in Ottawa is around. It's almost similar. It's not that okay. Like Ottawa is less expensive, Toronto is more expensive. Like it's almost similar. Grocery expenses, it will be around $200 per month.
So 700 total, 700 Singapore dollars. And what other expenses all included would be?
As a student, these are the main expenses. So you have to bus pass anyway. College will provide. So you will get.
Okay.
Okay. So travel, you can travel anywhere in the city. You have a college bus pass.
And your phone and internet. What about them?
Yeah, phone and internet you have to pay around. I took phone along with internet. Like I'm still paying the same. I'm paying $65 per month. Yeah, in college.
With the phone, right? With the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So phone
got it.
Internet together $60 per month I'm paying.
Okay. Yeah.
Utilities, hydro bill, electricity bill. That is hydro bill. Then Wi-Fi bill.
So let's say like per month, how much generally would someone spend, including rent, everything, like overall from your pocket?
If you have to live a comfortable student life here, you need at least $1,000 per month. So,
okay, so on an average to have a decent enough life, like it would be around $1,000. Or what would you say if we are just a little bit? Let me guess. 800.
You can still manage your cost of living.
Okay.
I told you, right? Like you can do part time. So you can do a simple calculation. Okay, like 20 hours a week, 4 weeks is 80 hours. 80 hours into 15, it's it's one. Okay,
$1,200
you can earn.
Yes.
1,200 you can earn.
1,200 Singapore dollars, and you spend 1,000.
Yeah. So Canadian dollars. So 1,200 Canadian dollars, and you will spend 1,000.
Okay, that's great. In fact, you're saving extra 200 for your own expenses, I guess. And that's great. So Satish, can you share like one good experience and one bad experience you had throughout your master's journey? Something that's something that you would remember.
Okay, bad experience. Initial days, I had to go through all the struggles of COVID, online classes.
Yeah, you mentioned. Yeah.
Good experience was staffs, my professors.
Okay.
Because they understood what I wanted. Like they understood like what I'm lacking. Like okay, like they always gave me a special care. So all my professors.
Okay.
So they gave
Any
me the
shout out for any professor? Would you like to give a shout out for any professor particularly?
No. I had a good experience with all the professors. So
Okay, no
I
special
believe
favorite professor, huh?
I believe I was a good student in my course. So
Okay,
uh, then
you don't
yeah, I
want to
didn't do.
ruin that image, huh?
In India, it
Well,
was
that's good.
different. Like in India,
Yeah, I
like I was
got
a
you.
different kind of student. But India also, I did pretty good. But here, yes, like we invest a lot of money and come here, right? Like so,
Yes, yes.
we invest a lot of money, and as an international student, like yes, we also put a lot of efforts. I was doing all my efforts. Like I was putting a lot of efforts. Then
And that's why
professors.
everyone helped you out, I guess. That's the reason every professor helped you out, I guess. So, do you have any advices for the future aspirants, the students who are planning to pursue their masters at Carleton University?
Uh, yeah, first thing I would say is focus on your SOP, statement of purpose.
Carleton. I'm sorry, Carleton University. I was really confusing. So do you have any advice for students who are planning to pursue their masters at Carleton University?
So first step, everyone knows. Yeah, we have to write IELTS exam. Uh, yes, you can do on your own, like practice on your own, like every day, like from 1 hour to take practice tests and score. Get a decent score like 7.5. So that is good enough for most of the universities here. So Carleton University, yes, it is in the capital city, and it is good for many programs. So including political science. So the infrastructure is very good. The college is very good. Like you get all the facilities. The library is super, and the gym facility, and there are so many things in the college. Like it is a fantastic college. Okay, the second advice I want to give to students who want to come to abroad for studies is like, yeah, build your SOP. In
Okay.
India, we don't have this culture. Like even we build our resume, CV, curriculum vitae, all those things. But build your SOP, statement of purpose. So basically, like when you read your SOP, like you should get convinced. Okay, like my SOP says why I want to do this course. So like how my SOP is relevant to this course. Like so that connection, if you
Got it.
see, yes, the college will offer you the course you want.
Yeah, I think that is really important. That's something really good to point out. SOP matters a lot, irrespective of the scores. Like SOP has a higher weightage, even I believe that. Well, there were some really nice advices that you have given, Satish, and yeah, that's it from my side. And thank you so much for sharing your experience with us, and thank you for giving your time.
Okay, thank you, Arun. It was nice talking
Yeah,
to you.
yeah, it was really nice talking to you as well. And have a good day.